Before I bring up our speaker, I want to share a few remarks, but I have to give you another disclaimer beyond the campaign one. And that is, I'm biased. I am a CU buff, okay? So all of my comments, are there any buffs in the room? Okay, yeah. And did anybody watch that football game with Nebraska? Are you kidding me? Go Buffs, huh? I'll tell you. And yes, I'll be at the game this Saturday. Can't wait. Anyway, got that out of the way. But there's a great quote. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. You need a temperament that neither derives great pleasure from being with the crowd or against the crowd. Warren Buffett. I think he knows a little bit about investing and having good temperament about long-term investing. Perhaps one of the most important qualities to have when working with others is truly an even temperament. With this comes wisdom, grace, and the ability to discern. The importance of taking time to nurture the wisdom of temperament is crucial for success, no matter your background or your profession, in my humble opinion. It is in this growth that we find in ourselves the ability to give back to the community. Mike Pritchard has done the hard work of nurturing wisdom and learning how to give back. He has spent countless years using his skill in finance to pour into a variety of nonprofits, ensuring that the organizations he represents stand the best chance. If you haven't seen out there, it's a hyper-competitive market. And whether that's you're in business or philanthropy, it is hyper-competitive. And you need to make sure that you try to ensure success for long-term viability. In 2013, Mike was appointed as Vice President, Finance Treasurer, and Chief Financial Officer of the University of Colorado Foundation, managing about $2 billion in assets. The University of Colorado Foundation works to support the University of Colorado through contributions from donors, managing this $2 billion for the benefit of the university. With this support, the foundation manages the university's philanthropic endeavors while also engaging in a wide variety of volunteer leadership. Through the foundation, the University of Colorado received over $160 million in 2017 alone. Prior to his current role, Mike was the CFO of Goodwill Industries of Denver, where he led a team of 25 people responsible for budgets, forecasting, and real estate acquisitions. In 2017, Goodwill employed and trained, get this number, more than 288,000 people. It's a pretty big number. Through these jobs, Americans are given opportunity to earn credentials and develop necessary life skills. One such endeavor, which I personally especially like, is called the Agri-Ability Program. It helps to support farmers and ranchers in Colorado living with disabilities. In Colorado alone, there are between 7,000 and 10,000 ranchers and farmers with disabilities. The Agri-Ability Program provides assistance and education to those dealing with limitations such as injury or illness to support them to continue in the workforce. Last night, I was at an event and a gentleman came up to me and he was an amputee. And he had a prosthetic on. And it was just amazing to actually talk to him about that. I don't know if you've actually talked to somebody. Oftentimes when we might see somebody like that, we're like, well, maybe I'm not going to bring that up. It was fascinating to learn how he had to train his mind to make his fingers move and how he is fully functional now. It's science become reality. Mike is also a former graduate of CU Boulder. Again, go Buffs. No bias, a little bit of bias. Where he majored in accounting. In fact, we went to school about the same time together. Since then, he has led an active life in the nonprofit sector, working with organizations such as Habitat for Humanity of Metro Denver, Mile High United Way, Family Tree, and Rocky Mountain Multiple Sclerosis Center. He is an active volunteer recruiter, and serves on the advisory boards for CU Boulder's Deming Center Venture Fund and CU Denver's Jake Jab Center for Entrepreneurship. To add to his long list of successes and awards, in 2015, Mike was named the Denver Business Journal's CFO of the Year. In Mike's rare free time, you can find him with his wife, Marcia, and 2 adopted daughters from Ethiopia. He and his wife have been vocal about adoption and run 2 online support groups to advocate for other families that have adopted from Ethiopia. He also regularly posts on his blog, Productivity Equals Happiness, productivity equals happiness, about inspiring people, achieving goals, and job search tips in the Denver area. Mike's community engagement and willingness to serve others has been key to the success of Colorado organizations and the lives he has touched. I am pleased to introduce my friend Mike to the table.